Hey YouTube fam, what's up? It's Patrick. Welcome to a strength-based Vinyasa practice. Before we begin this session, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. New classes are coming out every single week. And if you enjoy the session, like the video, let me know how it went for you in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them there as well. Let's go ahead and begin child's pose today. Sit your hips back towards your heels, nestle down into your space. Maybe let your forehead dip down towards the floor. Breathe up and down your spine. Find a nice sense of settled energy. Feel grounded in the space that you reside. And know that wherever you are now, we're going to change your state of being sooner than later. So if you need a mental note of preparation, feel free to take it now. On your next inhale, pull forwards onto hands and knees, root into your palms. Feel free to lean the shoulders over the wrists a few times right and a few times left, waking up the hands, maybe even grip the mat with a little bit more ferocity. And then when you feel good, go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you get there, drive through your tailbone, root into your palms. And then lower your forearms to touch the floor, dolphin pose. As you get into your dolphin pose, don't work too hard just yet. Instead, move around in space, maybe adjust your arms. Feel what it's like to lean weight to one side or the other. Notice how it's kind of waking up your shoulders. You can swing your hips a little bit with this. Make it a bit of a core activity for a moment. And then push into the palms, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and wave yourself forwards into your plank pose. Root into your hands. Press down through the base of your thumbs. Take an inhale here. And exhale, press into your right hand just a little bit more. Roll to the outer edge of right foot, inner edge of left, and stretch your left arm up to the sky, side plank. Reaching through your left fingers as you scoop your right hip underneath you. Feel a sense of stability here. Fight the good fight. Try to stick with it. And then bring your left hand to the floor. Roll back to center and immediately switch your side. So as you plant into your left palm, scoop your left hip, left rib cage underneath you. And then reach your right arm up to the sky. Try to get long through your right fingers, anchor down to the outer edge of your left foot. Hold your space. Feel a sense of stability here. Feel a sense of stacking, a sense of structure, and a sense of calm, even through the challenge. Right hand lands to the floor. Plank pose, take an inhale. On your exhale, lower your forearms to the floor, dolphin pose. And then look forward, pull yourself forward, low push-up. Rise up into plank, and roll back into downward facing dog. We'll go through that little sequence one more time. Inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. Really try to move your spine to make that possible. Root into your right hand. Roll to the outer edge of right foot, inner edge of left. Stretch your left arm up to the sky. Keep everything balanced. Keep everything in tune and focused here. Feel your right shoulder wrapping underneath you. Lean into your stability. Switch sides. Left hand to the floor as you roll back to center. Roll to outer edge of left, inner edge of right. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Lift your hips nice and high. Maybe you want to look up towards your right thumb with your bottom left eye. Notice if you spot it, if you keep it in frame, you'll work a little bit harder through your left side. One more inhale. On your exhale, right hand to the floor, finding your plank. Taking an inhale. As you lower the forearms to the floor, lead with your tailbone up towards the ceiling, dolphin pose. Pull yourself forward, low push-up. Rise, high push-up. Wave back downward. Facing dog. Wonderful. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, right foot steps up to your right thumb. As you make it there, inhale, rise, reach your hands forward, high lunge. Push your palms together like a little clap, and then reach your right hand back behind you. We call this the archer's lunge or stringing the bow. Inhale here. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Find length through your hands. Find elevation through the top of the skull. Feel the stability and the instability of your balance here. Notice the cross-reference of the position. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, hands to the floor. Step back downward, facing dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. On your exhale, left foot up to your left thumb. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Reach your hands out in front of you. You can spot your thumbs. Push the palms together and then string your left hand back behind you. The archer's lunge. See if you can breathe into your right side body and rotate it forwards. See if you can stretch through your right fingers, reaching to the future, reaching to what's next. Use your left hand to reach behind you, finding something from the past that keeps you here, that reminds you what brought you to this point. Allow yourself to keep growing in this space. Keep breathing into it. Maybe breathe into your left shoulder blade now. One more inhale. On your exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, downward, facing dog. As you make it into your downward facing dog, inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. On your exhale, right forearm drops to the floor, forearm side plank. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Active through your glutes, step your left foot over and behind your right knee, and reach your left arm up to the sky. Feel your right shoulder scooping onto your back as you reach through your left hand. Hold here. It's a tough place to be, but you've got it. And then return to center and switch your side. Left forearm drops down. Roll to the outer edge of left foot. Right foot steps over and behind your left knee. Adjust yourself as needed there. Sometimes when you first get into a position, you're like, that's not quite right. Give yourself the freedom and the capacity to adapt and to adjust. Wherever you are, hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Right forearm to the floor. Organize your arms for dolphin pose. Take an inhale here. Walk your feet up close to your elbows. And then roll into your push-up. Rise up to plank. Let knees and forearms drop. Inhale, pull yourself through upward facing dog. And exhale, wave back downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. On your exhale, right foot journeys up to your right thumb. Inhale, rise into that archer's lunge again. So hands reach out in front of you. And then pull the string, reach your right hand back in space. Big inhale. On your exhale, left hand to the floor, side plank. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Right foot steps over and behind. You can make it wild thing or Urdhva, any position that feels good to you. Just work the space that suits your physicality in this moment and also your interest, allowing yourself the opportunity to align intention and action in this space. On your exhale, go ahead and close everything off. Right foot steps all the way to the top of the mat. Let it land gracefully. Inhale, reverse your lunge. Left arm reaches up and away. Stretch through your fingers. Breathe into your shoulder blade as you elevate through the heart. On your exhale, shorten your stance. Drop your left heel down as you straighten your right leg. Revolved triangle pose. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Your left hand can be on the block. It can be on the floor. Just do your best to work through your hips here, working into your right hamstring. Pull your tailbone back in space slightly. And even if your right knee is bent, remember straight is always a relative word. Work with your own physicality to find sensation. On your exhale, hands to the floor. Step back downward, facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts. On your exhale, left foot lands by your left thumb. Inhale, rise, archer's lunge. Hands reach forward. And then string the bow. Left hand pulls back in space. Inhale. On your exhale, sink just a little bit deeper as you stretch through the fingers. Try to get a little bit longer and a little bit taller. On your exhale, right hand to the floor. Your variation of side plank. Work through your right shoulder. Work through your right hip to find stability, strength, structure, also freedom of movement. Notice what's there for you. Find the capacity to pay attention to the space you explore. On your exhale, close everything off. Left knee pulls into your chest. Let your left foot land gracefully at the top of the mat. Follow your right hand with your eyes as you stretch your fingers up and away. Open your heart. Let your left hand reach towards your right heel. Breathe into your front body. Create space. Then on your exhale, shorten your stance as you lean forward, dropping the right heel down, straightening your left leg, leaning into revolved triangle pose. One of my favorite things about this position is that really no matter the aesthetics of it, you can work into it and find a specific or particular line of tension that's very nice for your physicality in this moment. Hold for 3, 2. On 1, left hand to the floor. Step back, downward, facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards into your plank pose. As you make it into plank, take the inhale here. On your exhale, drop your left forearm to the floor. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Step your right foot over and behind your left knee. As you scoop your chest up, look towards your right thumb with your bottom left eye. Breathing in here, really push through your left forearm. Find a new sense of space and capacity. On your exhale, close off and rotate around. Switch your side. Left foot steps over behind your right knee. Spin your right rib cage up. Reach through your left fingers. Root down and hold here. Find your stability. Find your breath. Find your connection to this moment. On your exhale, close everything off. Your forearm plank becomes a dolphin pose. Just enough so that you can look forward, pull yourself into push-up, rise up to plank, and then lower knees and forearms to the floor. Inhale, pull through upward facing dog. Feel the freedom in your shoulders. And exhale, wave back downward, facing dog. As you make it back, inhale, your right leg stretches up to the sky. On your exhale, right foot lands by your right thumb. Inhale, rise into the archer's lunge. Last time on this side here. Inhale, peels you open. Breathe into bigger territory. On your exhale, left hand to the floor. Let it land gracefully as you mosey your right leg around to a space that serves you here. Maybe this stack is nice. Maybe opening in a counter lunge is nice. Either way, on your exhale, we close everything off. Right foot journeys to the top of the mat. Reverse your lunge. Left hand reaches up and back in space. Gently lower your left knee down to the floor. Let your right hand reach back towards your left heel. Breathe into your left fingertips. On your exhale, lift up and fold into your revolved triangle pose. Left heel drops. Right leg straightens. Right hand peels up to the sky. Bend your right knee, lean out. Revolved half moon. Focus on the left foot lifting. Focus on balancing on your right foot, of course. As you inhale, churn your right shoulder open. Try to let your left collarbone see something new. One more inhale here. On your exhale, both hands to the floor, step back, downward, facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. On your exhale, left foot lands by your left thumb. Inhale, rise. Archer's lunge, left hand pulls. Back in space, string the bow. Create a sense of freedom here. Reach long through your fingers. On your exhale, right hand to the floor, your variation of side plank. Last time through your side plank here, you can intensify it, you can modify it, make it your own. Tune into your personal experience in the practice, and then play it as you choose based on the structure and the framework. Rotate back around. Pull your left knee into your chest, and how lightly can your left foot land at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up and away, stretch long through your fingers, and then gently lower your right knee down to the floor. Let your left hand reach back towards your right heel as you elevate. Maybe this is a place that's easy and available for you. Maybe this is a place that takes a lot. Either way, just acknowledge it, work with it, and then leave it. As we exhale, straighten our legs and move into our revolved triangle pose. Let your right hand find a home somewhere as your left hand sweeps towards the sky. Work into your hips so you can find length in your spine. Look down towards the floor, bend your left knee. Charge through your back right toe, so put energy there. Put force, put electricity there so you can really bring that as your first focal point. Then you can twist, reach your left arm up to the sky. But don't forget about your right leg. One more inhale. On your exhale, release, right foot to back of mat, hands to floor. Step back into downward, facing dog. Take an inhale and down dog. On your exhale, forearms drop to the floor. Inhale, pull through, low push up, rise up to plank, lower to push up, drop your forearms to the floor, dolphin. One more time, pull through, push up, rise up, high plank, lower to push up, drop your forearms to dolphin. Inhale, pull through, upward facing dog, and exhale, cruise back downward, facing dog. Push into the palms here. Look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float, feet to thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, roll yourself up to stand. Find your mountain pose. Feel rooted in your feet. And feel light through your fingers. On your exhale, hands. Find heart center. Take a deep inhale here. And an audible exhale. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Step your left foot back in space. Drop your left knee down and reach back for your left foot with one or both hands as you squeeze your left heel towards your butt. Keep pulling in here. Drive into your right heel. Try to lift your chest up just a bit. Find a sense of stability here. Sense of structure, sense of peace. On your exhale, release. Hold here, squeezing your left heel towards your butt. You do not have to move. Please know you can just stay. If you feel comfortable, you really want to try this, see if you can rise to stand without your left foot touching the floor. So lean forward, pull yourself up. Sound effects help. If you made it to stand, congratulations, you just have to go right back. That's where the rest of us are. And then place your hands on the floor. Left big toe tucks, three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Keep your left leg straight. Bend your elbows. Pull yourself forward. Nose touches the floor just past your fingers. Push yourself back. Pull yourself forward. Nose touches the floor just past your fingers. Push yourself back. Pull yourself forward, this time upward facing. Dog curve your chest out. And exhale, wave back into downward facing dog. Push into the palms here just a little bit more as you elevate through your hips. Look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float feet to thumbs. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll yourself up to stand. Move through your shoulders. Root to your feet as you get light in your fingers. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Feel the sweat, the heat beginning to build. Own the moment. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold down. Explore the moment. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps behind you. Right knee lowers to the floor. Squeeze your right heel towards the butt. Reach back to the right foot with both hands. If you can't catch it, just reach for it and squeeze the heel towards the butt. Don't make it more or less complicated. Work with what you have. Work with where you are. There's no need to try to climb the staircase in just one step. Let it build over time. That's the same with this next move that we're going to do. Don't put pressure on yourself to make it all the way to stand. If you can, do it. If you want to, do it. Use your foot even to assist it. But not a requirement. Let the foot go. Rise to stand. Set back down. Try to land with grace. Nice. Right toes tuck, hands to the floor, three-legged. Dog. Right leg stays straight, elbows bend. Chin lands past fingers, push back up. 1. Chin lands just past fingers, push back up. 2. Pull through, upward, facing dog. Exhale, wave back, downward, facing dog. Push into the palms here, look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float, feet to thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Fingers to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor. Left foot steps back in space. Left knee drops down. Again, reach back for the left foot with both hands. Try to stay square here. So you're isolating your left hip in extension. And you can kick your left foot into your hands to create some force there. Notice how that stretch moves to the front of your left leg. And that's what we're aiming for here, at least during this first portion of our activity. Feel rooted into your right foot. You can let your left foot go. Keep it where it is. Release the hands. Option to stand up or work towards standing up. If you stood up, kick your left foot out in front of you. Hold it there. And then sweep your left foot around towards half moon. Sweep it back around. Left foot's out in front of you. Squeeze left heel to butt. Drive the your left knee behind you. Bend your right knee slowly lower. Your left knee to the floor. Left toes land. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend your elbows, left leg straight. Pull yourself forward, chin touches. Push back, 1. Pull yourself forward, chin touches. Push back, 2. Pull yourself forward, upward. Facing dog. Exhale, wave yourself back downward. Facing dog. Root into the palms here, look forwards, inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float feet all the way up to your thumbs. Land as gently as you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll yourself up to stand, reach through your fingers. Exhale, hands come to heart. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot steps back in space. Drop your right knee down, reach your hands back towards your right ankle, catch the foot, and then try to lift through your chest, through your collarbones. You can have the opportunity, again, really kick your right foot into your hands here. That'll help you move your shoulders onto the back body, which will improve your posture. Maybe it'll help you get longer through your spine, but hopefully it also helps you find a nice stretch through the front of your right leg. Stay here nice and steady. Or if you want to work the stand-up, let go of the right foot. Keep squeezing heel to butt. Drive through your left heel. Rise to stand. Pushing off. Kick your right foot forward. Sweep around. Half moon. Try to work through your left hip here just a bit. Sweep back forward. Right foot reaches in front of you. Squeeze right heel to butt. Push your right knee back in space. Engage your core. Lower your right knee down to touch as gently as you choose. Flex your right foot, tuck the toes, left leg lifts to sky, three-legged dog. Look forward, bend elbows, pull yourself out, chin touches, push back in space, that's 1. Pull yourself forward, chin touches, push back in space, that's 2. Pull yourself forward, upward, facing dog. Exhale, downward, facing dog. Deep inhale here, look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Bottom of exhale, step or float, knees to thumbs. So maybe you even find a little Lalasana if you're really comfortable with that. But then just land your knees down. Sit between your feet. And you can nestle around here for just a moment. You can begin to lean all the way back in space, but feel free to take this one step at a time. So, maybe you're here for a little bit. Maybe you're here for a little bit, right? Also, maybe you're comfortable here. This is a space that you used to explore as a kid. You can just drop all the way down and in. Acknowledging your past, acknowledging the things that you've done as you move through the practice is part of it. That's why in our twisting, our archer's lunges today, we spoke to reaching to the past. If you acknowledge the past, it gives you the opportunity to acknowledge the present because it's why you are here. Your muscles, in a sense, they're your memories. They're things that you've done throughout your life. They're things that you've developed. There's certain physical movement patterns and habits that you have from various times in your life, from doing all sorts of different things. This position or any position that we've done today could be one of those. So don't shy from it, acknowledge it, and then use that knowledge to play your journey moving forward. One more breath here, deep inhale. Exhale to clear. Rise up and out. You can lean forward, tap the feet a few times if you need to, or you can just cross the ankles and roll right onto your back body. We have 2 more active poses here, one being bridge, the other being wheel, and it is a wrap from there. So let the tips of your fingertips touch the backs of your Achilles tendons. Take an inhale. On your exhale, drive down through your feet, bridge your hips up, push your triceps down. On your inhale, pull your collarbones back in space, shins back towards shoulders. Really lift. You can stay here if you are ready for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Feel free to place your hands down and go for it on this first round. Front body's very open, very prepared for this space. Exhale, release. Lower down. Land flat, land gently. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Last pose of effort today. Bridge your wheel. Place hands and feet. Do your thing. Do your thing. Last 2 breaths here. What can you do with them? Explore. Adventure. Be conscious, be aware, be connected. And then let it go. Move away from the need to do more. Allow yourself to lay flat on the floor. Wiggle your feet wider, let your knees drop to the middle. Feel your spine softening to the earth. Let your arms open up slightly wider. And if you had a couple of blocks or pillows floating around, you could put them on your palms just to softly open your hands. And then breathe into your chest. Again, breathe across your collarbones. Feel the life force lifting you through your upper body. Really focusing on the lift you've created through the course of this journey. Bring a physical memory to the new space. Feel a sense of grounding as your spine roots down into the floor. Sitting with a flat back, resting after all the effort you've put forth along this journey. Notice the elements of challenge. Notice the elements of trust that you're building every practice you show up for here. Every time out, the experience grows, the experience evolves. You own it more and more every single day. Appreciate that. Appreciate your efforts. Appreciate your capacity to show up, to persevere, to make it to this point in the journey. And marinate in a little bit of kindness. Let yourself bathe in a bit of empathy as you sit in this restorative space, as you breathe with ease, as you breathe with consciousness, even though the breath doesn't necessarily need to do anything for you in this moment, besides keep you alive. During our Vinyasa portion of the practice, the breath was required to bring effort, to bring focus, to bring energy. And in this space, it's just giving you the chance to acknowledge stillness, softness, and maybe even a bit of sensitivity towards your own current state of being. Feel free to linger in this moment for as long as you'd like. As always, it truly is such a pleasure to share space with you here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.